sure we got a little bit of understanding behind it. Check it. Welcome to Street Flames Crew. Y'all know what it is. Today we get into this Govan trial. This young Dolph situation. Let's ball. One thing for sure we are expecting to hear is from Cornelius Smith. Will he be a witness? They said, will Cornelius Smith be a witness? Yes, he will. Cornelius, he took the stand through Justin Straight Drive. Johnson Strong. It's go time, yo. Govan looked like he was punched on. Listen, CMG allegedly put pressure on them guys. They put pressure on Govan. I don't know if y'all seen what I seen when he walked in that courtroom. He had a motherfucking black eye. It looked like something happened last night or something happened Saturday. Govan got punched on, y'all. Allegedly. You know we gotta say allegedly. Tea sippers like Govan like to snitch. Oh, the jury coming in. All I can say is good luck. We don't want to see no man in jail, but good luck, Cap Daddy. Good luck, Cap Daddy. I can't see the video. Can't see the video. Let's see. Oh, fuck. I don't think y'all heard me when I said it. I said it's going down. I don't think y'all heard me when I said it. Hernandez motherfucking Govan. Video. I really don't understand why this video not playing. Oh, we updated this shit.
Oh, StreamYard?
Yeah. All right. Nice. I should be able to see it now because I'm watching it.
raise your right hand so I can
We hear y'all.
when I finish reading this, the yours will respond whether I do or I will. Trial little the defendant has been charged by the state of Tennessee with a violation of law. The document containing the charges is referred to as an indictment. An indictment is the formal accusation charging a defendant with a crime and is not evidence of anything. Found not guilty to these charges, he is presumed innocent and may not be found guilty by you unless, after hearing all of the evidence, the 12 jurors seated in this case unanimously find that the state has
Let's ball, y'all. Van got punched on.
proven its case beyond a reasonable doubt.
Let's go, y'all. R.I.P. Young Dolph.
All right, we're hearing this order, non-crossing count 3 against Mr. Dolph and the criminal temporary. The state will tell you about the evidence it intends to present, so that you will have an idea of what the state's case is about. This opening statement is not evidence. Its only purpose is to help you so we ready to bring the jury in? Yes, sir. Understand what the evidence will be and what the state will attempt to prove. After the state's opening statement, the defense may make an opening statement. Statements of attorneys are not evidence. Next will be the state sheet, in which the state will present its evidence. The evidence in the case will most likely consist of physical exhibits, documents, and the testimony of witnesses. and questions asked by the attorney.
AI plugin that listens to my mix.
After the state completes its case,
It does all the heavy lifting for me. It's like having a mastering engineer
the
that
opportunity to present evidence.
make a change. It's almost impossible to mess it up. All you have to
A
do
defendant is not required to put on any evidence or to testify. The burden is always on the state to convince you that the defendant is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. If the defense does present proof, the state may then put on what is known as rebuttal proof. After the state's rebuttal proof, the defense may put on further proof. After you have heard all of the evidence, the state and the defense may present final arguments. I previously told you that opening statements by the attorneys are not evidence. Likewise, closing arguments are not evidence. Likewise, in closing arguments, the parties will attempt to summarize their cases and help you understand the evidence that was presented. The final part of the trial occurs when I instruct you about the rules of law that you are to use in reaching your verdict. After the instructions, I will excuse the alternate jurors, and the final 12 jurors will leave the courtroom together. You will then begin your deliberations to make a decision in the case. Your deliberations will be secret, and you will not be required to explain your verdict to anyone. Now that I have described to you in outline form the trial itself, let me explain the functions that you and I will perform on the trial.
Jury entering the courtroom.
Decide which rules of law apply to the case. My decisions will be reflected in my responses to questions and objections attorneys raised during the trial, as well as in my final jury instructions. It is your job to determine what the facts are from the evidence. You must then apply the law in my instructions to the facts, and from that application, you will arrive at your verdict. The state has the burden of proving the guilt of the defendant beyond a reasonable doubt, and this burden remains on the state throughout the entire case. You will then deliberate to make a decision in the case of the charge. Your deliberate. Thus, a defendant is not required to prove his innocence. Explain your verdict to anyone. Now that I have described to you, I will decide which rules of law apply by law. Important part of your job will be making to questions and objections the attorneys raised, as well as in my final instructions. It is your job to back from the evidence. You will arrive at your verdict. The state has the burden of proving the guilt of the defendant beyond a reasonable, and this burden remains on the state throughout. Keep in mind that the defendant is innocent of the charges against him. Thus, a defendant is not required to prove his innocence, to have his attorney make any statements or arguments, or produce any evidence. You, as jurors, must decide whether the state has proven beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant has committed the crimes charged in the indictment. You must base that decision only on the evidence in the case and my instructions about the law. An important part of your job will be making judgments about the testimony of the witnesses who testify. You should decide whether you believe what each person says and the importance of his or her testimony. In making that decision, I suggest that you ask yourself a few questions. Did the person impress you as honest? Did he or she have any particular reason not to tell the truth? Did he or she have a personal interest in the outcome of the case? Did the witness seem to have a memory of the events he or she testified about? Did the witness have the opportunity and ability to observe accurately the things he or she testified about? Did he or she appear to understand the questions clearly and answer them directly? Did a witness's testimony differ from the testimony of other witnesses? These are a few of the considerations that will help you determine the accuracy of each witness's testimony. In making up your mind and reaching a verdict, do not base any decision on the fact that there were more witnesses on one side than on the other. Likewise, do not reach a conclusion on a particular point just because more witnesses testify from one side on that point. Your job is to think about the testimony of each witness you heard and decide the facts. Some of you have probably heard the terms circumstantial evidence and direct evidence. These are the two basic types of evidence that exist in law. Direct evidence is direct proof of a fact, such as the testimony of an eyewitness. Circumstantial evidence is proof of facts from which you may infer or conclude that other facts exist. I will give you further instructions on these as well as other matters at the end of the case. Keep in mind that you may consider both kinds of evidence, which are considered to be of equal value in the law. The court will not provide you with a transcript of the testimony at the end of the trial. Therefore, you must listen very carefully to the testimony. Each of you will be allowed to take notes during the trial for your own understanding during your deliberations. You are not required to take notes. Independent memory can be as accurate as written notes. You will be provided paper and pen if you decide to take notes. During the course of the trial, you should not talk with any witness, defendant, or attorney involved in the case.
My greatest fear is we are parted for unimaginable reasons, by space and time.
Where am I?
The year 1714.
I'm urgently searching for someone.
I know what it is to be parted from your true love.
I will find my way back to you.
Received, and you have heard all of my instructions on the rules of law before you deliberate among yourselves. During the course of the trial, you will receive all of the evidence you may properly consider to decide the case. Because of this, you should not attempt to do any research on your own or gather any information on your own that you think might be helpful. I do not know if there will be any media reports in the newspaper, on TV, or any radio about this particular case. I think there may be. If there are, you are not permitted to read, watch, or listen to these reports. You as jurors must base your decision solely on the evidence you hear in the courtroom. At times during the trial, an attorney may make an objection to a question that is asked by another attorney or to an answer that a witness gives. This simply means that the attorney is requesting that I make a decision on a particular rule of law. Do not draw any conclusions from the fact that an objection was made or from my ruling on that objection. My rulings only relate to the legal questions that I must determine and should not influence your thinking. If I sustain an objection for a question, the witness will not be permitted to answer the question. Do not attempt to guess what the answer might have been had the witness been permitted to give it. Similarly, if I tell you not to consider a particular statement that was made, you should put that statement out of your mind, and you may not refer to that statement in your later deliberations. You may not ask questions. It is the responsibility of the attorneys to present the evidence. You must decide the case on the evidence presented to you. Finally, during the course of the trial, I may have to interrupt the proceedings to confer with the attorneys about the rules of law that should apply. In some cases, we may have bench conferences in the courtroom outside of your hearing. And in some instances, I may ask you to retire to the jury room while we discuss a matter out of your presence. I will try to avoid as many of these interruptions as possible. We will try to resolve some of these things in the morning before we get started. I ask your patience because these interruptions are necessary points in the trial where we have to resolve legal issues. In the long run, they save time for us all. If after your deliberations, you find the defendant guilty of any offense, the court will set the punishment at a separate sentencing hearing. The jury will not be involved in setting the punishment. This completes my opening comments to you. We will now proceed with the reading of the indictment. So you do have note pens and papers. You're sitting on them. They should be under your cushion. Indictment number 2204769. State of Tennessee versus Justin Johnson, also known as Straight Drop, Cornelius Smith, Hernandez Govan, Jamarcus Johnson. Indictment for conspiracy to commit murder first degree, Tennessee Code annotated 3912103, Sketch Code 31015, Tennessee Code annotated 3913202, Sketch Code 21015. Witness F. Frias, MPD, summoned for the state, J. Browning, Multi-Agency Gang Unit, J. Browning. True Bill, signed Mayor Bernard, foreperson of the grand jury, date indictment returned November 10th, 2022. State of Tennessee, Criminal Court of Shelby County, September term 2022. Count 1. The grand jurors of the state of Tennessee, duly selected and paneled, sworn and charged to inquire for the body of the county of Shelby, Tennessee, upon their oath present that Justin Johnson in Shelby County, Tennessee, and before the finding of this indictment, did unlawfully, intentionally, with premeditation, and with the intent to commit the offense of first-degree murder, as classified in Tennessee Code annotated 3913202, against the person of Adolph Thornton Jr., enter into an agreement with each other to commit the said offense. That said Justin Johnson, also known as Straight Drop, Cornelius Smith, Hernandez Govan, and Jamarcus Johnson, acting for the purpose of promoting or facilitating the commission of the said offense, and agreeing that one or more of them would engage in conduct which would constitute the said offense. In furtherance of the conspiracy of the said conspiracy, one or more of the parties to the conspiracy committed an overt act, to wit, Justin
Justin Johnson, also known as Straight Drop, traveled to 2370 Airways Boulevard and killed Adolph Thornton Jr. Cornelius Smith traveled to 2370 Airways Boulevard and killed Adolph Thornton Jr. Hernandez Govan solicited both Justin Johnson, also known as Straight Drop, and Cornelius Smith to kill Adolph Thornton Jr. Jamarcus Johnson aided in Justin Johnson, also known as Straight Drop's, hideout and escape after the killing of Adolph Thornton Jr. Aided communications between Justin Johnson, also known as Straight Drop, and Cornelius Smith after the killing of Adolph Thornton Jr. and facilitated payments to Cornelius Smith for the killing of Adolph Thornton Jr., all of which is in violation of Tennessee Code Annotated 39-12-103 against the peace and dignity of the state of Tennessee, signed Steve Mulroy, District Attorney General, 30th Judicial District. Count 2. The grand jurors of the state of Tennessee duly selected and paneled sworn and upon their oath present that Justin Johnson, also known as Straight Drop, Cornelius Smith, Hernandez Govan, on November 17, 2021, in Shelby County, Tennessee, and before the finding of this indictment, did unlawfully, intentionally, and with premeditation kill Adolph Thornton Jr. in violation of Tennessee Code Annotated 39-13-202 against the peace and dignity of the state of Tennessee. Signed Steve Mulroy, District Attorney General, 30th Judicial District.
Mr. Govan and counsel, how do you plead?
Not guilty to both counts, Your Honor.
Get in here, y'all. Come on. That's gonna be one of my realest streams. I promise.
We met last week, but for formality's sake, my name is Iris Williams, and I represent the state of Tennessee. When I was a kid, one thing that my mom always told me is that there are few things that we can control. But one of those things are our choices. Our choices can move mountains. Our choices can get us into trouble. And our choices can mean life and death. Ladies and gentlemen, this case is about choices.
It was decision.
You're going to hear a lot of evidence this week. You're going to hear a lot of names. But the name that I want you to remember is Hernandez Govan. And I want you to remember the choices he made. And even more importantly, I want you to remember the consequences of those choices. Picture this. November 17th, 2021. The victim, Adolph Thornton, and his brother. They pull up to Makita's Cookie Shop on Airways Boulevard. They park the car, they get out, they talk to the cashier, and seconds later, a white Mercedes pulls up and Adolph Thornton is gunned down and killed. You'll hear from Dr. Juliet Scantleberry, the medical examiner in this case. She'll tell you that Thornton's body had around 20 gunshot entrance wounds to his neck, his chest,
his head,
his arms, and a catastrophic injury to his face. But how did we get here?
You can see it. Govan.
How do we start? Where will we begin?
Govan ain't do it, man.
This trial will begin with Erica Thornton. She'll tell you that she is Mr. Thornton's sister. She'll tell you about the last last time that she saw her brother alive. And she'll tell you when she heard that he was gone. And after Miss Thornton testifies, you'll hear from Mr. Raoul Hopkins. He'll tell you that he worked for security for Thornton for years. And Adolph Thornton just wasn't Adolph Thornton. He was known across the city as Young Dolph, a musician. His music, his artistry, his journey, his ambition inspired and spoke to this city in ways that a lot of artists just couldn't do. Thornton made his own way in the music industry. And he created a label called PRE, Paper Route Empire. Hopkins will tell us about it. He'll tell us that Adolph Thornton made his way in the music industry and created opportunities for other artists. But when you create opportunities for others, some people don't seem to like that. So Hopkins will tell us about another label, CMG, also known as Cocaine Music Group.
Ooh.
He'll tell us about the history, the tension between these two labels.
CMG.
He'll tell us that CMG wanted Thornton as their own, but when he decided to pave his own way, when he decided to be self-made,
they try to gun him down.
He became CMG's enemy. Hopkins is going to set the stage for how this story truly began. And after Hopkins, you'll hear from Cornelia Smith. And this is when it all will click. Smith is a co-defendant. He'll tell you that he met Govan in 2021. They met through Smith's friend, Bobby Carter. And Smith has a couple of nicknames for Govan. He calls him Big Bro or Quet. Govan started out by selling drugs to Smith, but that's not the only thing that Govan did. Govan chose Smith. And Govan chose him to do a job. Govan also chose Justin Johnson, another co-defendant, to do that same job. A job that ended in the life and death of Adolph Thornton Jr. He chose two desperate people. Smith, needing money, needing to support his family. Justin Johnson, an aspiring and up-and-coming rap artist that wanted to be on CMG's label, the very label that Govan had access to and was affiliated with. Smith will also talk about a meeting at Govan's house. The people present at that meeting were Smith, Govan, Justin Johnson, and Anthony Mims, also known as Big Jook. Now, Jook is the number 2 person at the CMG label. Smith will tell you that Govan said that there was a bounty on Adolph Thornton's life. In fact, there were multiple bounties on PRE artists. Govan told Smith that there was a $100,000 bounty on Adolph Thornton's life, and that the money was good. The money was guaranteed if Smith and Johnson completed this job. So what did they do? What did the two desperate people do? They agreed. Govan asked for a $10,000 cut. He chose to ask for this cut from each of them.
Where did the money go?
One thing that is important to know is that Smith and Johnson didn't even really know each other, but they knew Govan. Govan was the link between them.
Sam J.
So let's fast forward to November 2021. Smith hears that Thornton and other PRE artists are in town. It's Thanksgiving time. PRE often hosts turkey drives at different locations across the city. So they knew that they were around. Justin Johnson picks up Smith from Smith's father's house, and they go hunting. They get to a stoplight on Airways, and at that stoplight, they see a special car pass through. And what is that car? A blue camouflage Corvette. Most people in Memphis know that there's only one person in this city that drives that car in this region of town.
It's Dolph.
Adolph Thornton. So what does Smith and what does Johnson do? They follow that car. They follow that car.
I don't think they
The car
found him
parks
like
at
that.
Nikita's cookie shop. And seconds later, Smith and Johnson pull up in a stolen white Mercedes, gun down, and kill Adolph Thornton Jr. in broad daylight.
Mm.
They get back in the car, speed off, but not before
Off in front of
Thornton's brother,
Van
Marcus
Clear.
Thornton, fires shots and shoots Smith. So Smith and Johnson are in this stolen white Mercedes. But where do they go? They go to ditch the car. They ditch the car, and we'll hear from Sergeant Dabney that the car was left at 1174 Bradley Street, which they later found out is directly across the street from the defendant's home.
Who did that? That's the why would they do that?
After they ditch the car, Cornelius Smith and Justin Johnson go to an apartment complex to change clothes and clean up their rooms. Cornelius notices something. He doesn't have his phone. He realizes that he left his phone in the white Mercedes, the murder car that they left across the street from the defendant's house. So what does he do? He uses Justin Johnson's phone to contact his own girlfriend, Angela Arnold, and you will also hear from her.
Ooh.
You'll hear from Angela Arnold, and you'll hear from Cornelius Smith that she picked him up from that apartment complex. When she picked him up, he told her what happened. He told her that he was hurt, and he told her that he was missing his phone.
Yeah, it's too much connected with this.
So what did he do next? Smith contacted Govan from Angela Arnold's phone and asked to meet so he could get his phone back. Ladies and gentlemen,
why would they
there
want
are copious amounts of phone records, and Sergeant Browning will testify that these call detail records will support what Smith is saying. And if that's not enough, Angela Arnold will tell you that she and Smith met with Govan after the murder so that Smith could get his phone back.
That's what Smith said. That's what Govan said. Get rid of the car, nigga. Why would they put it in front of his crib? That's my part, yo.
But that's not where it is.
Who told him to drop it off in front of his crib, though?
Smith will tell you that at that exchange, Govan gave him money to buy a car cover, to hide the white Mercedes, to hide the murder car that was parked directly across the street from his own home.
Like you said, that video.
Not only that, but the day before Cornelius Smith was arrested, he ran into Govan. Govan was concerned.
He was scared.
Govan was worried that Cornelius Smith had not been paid. And so what did he tell Smith? He told Smith that he was going to go to Privé to make sure Smith got his money.
Oh, so the shoot that Privé was that?
The lounge and restaurant that's affiliated with CMG artists.
Y'all remember that Privé shooting? And Big Jook was telling?
Ladies and gentlemen, choices.
I know y'all remember that Privé shooting.
To get two desperate people to agree to murder Adolph Thornton. A choice to guarantee them money. a choice to ask for a cut of that money. A choice to help one of the killers get his phone back after the murder. A choice to make sure that one of the killers got paid after the murder. Choices. When you hear all of the evidence, and when you hear all of the videos and look at all the photos and exhibits, you will see the consequences of Govan's actions. Violence. Death.
Yep.
Loss. A man, a human being, taken from this world in one of the most shocking of ways. Getting cookies for his family in broad daylight in his neighborhood during the holidays.
It's Dolph.
At the end of this week,
Put them Dolph is in the
the
comments
state
section.
will be asking you to make a choice.
Dolph.
The defendant is charged with conspiracy to commit first-degree murder and first-degree murder. Last week in jury selection, we talked about theories of conspiracy and criminal responsibility. And once you have heard all of the evidence, the state will ask you to make a choice and find Hernandez Govan guilty of first-degree murder. And conspiracy.
My greatest fear is we are parted for unimaginable reasons, by space and time.
I'm urgently searching for someone.
I'm doing a stream in a little minute. That's all,
Departed from your true love.
I will find my way back to you.
We back. We back, y'all. We back in here, y'all. Come on. Yeah, everything.
What happened?
Give me a second, y'all. Let's go. My fault, y'all, for the interruption. All these Jones keep coming up. The whole thing was a mess. You can tell You could tell it was allegedly orchestrated by Black Youngster. Black Youngster and Big Joke. Or Big Joke. You gotta remember. Don't you know that chain that Big Joke had on? I mean, that Yo Gotti had on? Big Joke was complaining. He said he was serious. Because everybody had a big chain but Joke. Black Youngster and Big Joke felt some type of way. Allegedly. Cause Zillionaire Doe even got signed. He got signed. Black Big Joke signed Zillionaire Doe right before he got Zillionaire Doe said he got signed. Remember, Yo Gotti ain't come out till March when he came out down Texas. They was Big Joke artists, all on Big Boogie, motherfucking Moneybag Yo. They all Joke artists.
This is the first, the only Indian guy that doesn't know how to do IT. As far as that goes. My name is Manny Aurora. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm here representing Mr. Hernandez Govan, along with our former IT specialist, Robert Wilson, who's also a lawyer, Haley Halty-Wenger, sitting in the white suit, and then also Beth Noble, who's in the black suit, as far as that goes.
Let's see what you got, Manny.
Last week, I talked to you guys a lot about first impressions.
Yeah.
The reason I mentioned that is sometimes the first impression can be wrong.
Scar got killed.
I listened to a very beautiful, eloquent speech from the prosecutor in this case.
Big Scar was cool with Trula.
But that's the false first
Chopper game. Who shiesty enough.
And as a peer of Mr. Govan, you would
See,
listen
Pandemic, everybody,
the rest of the story.
listen, Pandemic, Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 was supposed to get signed to Dolph.
This entire
Dolph
case
and,
is going to come down to the guy with the
something
machine
happened.
gun that shot off Adolph. The whole case is going to come down to him and then possibly his girlfriend backing up his story. Remember, Cornelius Smith has made at least 5 different statements to law enforcement over the course of a year where everything changes. He's then met with the prosecution at least 5 or 6 times to go over his testimony prior to testifying here today. So you should ask yourself the question when the judge instructed you, does somebody have a reason to lie? Do they have an interest in the outcome? You are caught red-handed on video, and you're about to see it in a second.
No, somebody told us they weren't caught red-handed.
Lighting it up their cookie store in broad daylight. He's facing a mandatory life sentence, as I'm going to question him about. And I ask each and every one of you, what would you do if you were facing a mandatory life sentence?
Tell the truth.
Why would you need to make so many different statements if you were telling the truth?
You were scared.
The truth is the truth. You don't need to practice it. You don't need to remember it.
That's a fact.
It's the truth. So let's see who the government has gotten in bed with to try to prove their case against Hernandez Govan. Remember?
He said, see who they got the bed with. Youngster and Yo Gotti was questioned. All of them was questioned. Or they will be. Key Glock got caught with a gun. Him. But why was Dolph laying on the other side? So they really moved his body? Or he really was throwing it?
So the man you have to believe is the man who's capable of, in broad daylight, carrying an AK-47, going into a store full of people, and just, without hesitation, opening fire. And he's the one that's going to tell you that Mr. Govan did this, this, and this.
Who touched Dolph
Nothing
body
that
though.
he says can be
It's like
validated.
somebody was in there.
The other thing the government's going to try to talk to you about is cell phone tower records. The expert that the government may call, or if they don't call him, I'll call him, will tell you tower records are inherently unreliable because it's not like on TV. There's a reason why all the engineers from the cell phone providers, T-Mobile, AT&T specifically, write their letters. They will not testify in court because of unreliability. The other thing you have to know, and Robert put up the slide, within a 10 square mile area of where all this happened, there are 553 T-Mobile towers. 553 just from T-Mobile. And it's hard to see this because there's so many. There will be more AT&T towers. There will be this, essentially over 1,000 towers out there. And what the expert will tell you is this isn't an exact science. So just because your phone pings on a certain tower.
Who else he gonna show was there?
See, towers get filled up, and you may have to transfer to the next tower near. All these people live within a couple of mile radius, so of course they're going to get all these towers. But there is 553.
So did they see Dolph at the gas station? Because that's where he was at.
They talk to you about conspiracy and how Govan picked these two individuals.
He ain't pick him.
The state chooses to cherry pick a little bit here and a little bit there from each of the statements. But let me play a 5-second clip about how all this supposedly happened. I'm not saying it happened. I'm not saying Govan was involved in one way, shape, or form. But if you want to believe Cornelius Smith, the AK-47 shooter, and God knows how many other shootings he's done, and he'll talk about it. I want you to listen to this.
It was one day me and Angela was out right, and I wanted some X pills, so I went to Quay House to get the X pills from him, and Juke was over there. And when I walked in, there was one quick told Juke, this little seat right here, and mine, Juke was like, he don't know. First he said, all the phones outside, you know. He ain't say my phone, he was saying quit phone. I passed my phone to make it feel comfortable. So took the phone outside and Judd was like, he said, he don't know how to get him, and he got us. And I can't recall like exactly when it was, but that's what he said.
They kind of said the same story.
So the state just told you to your face that Mr. Govan picked out two desperate people. Cornelius Smith's statement. I just happened to be going by Fred's house, Govan's house, to buy some ecstasy pills with my girlfriend. Juke happened to be there. He doesn't say quite said a word. Juke says there's a hit on everybody, and I got you. And Juke says, take the phones outside while I talk to you. Assuming you believe any of that's true. And the reason I ask you if you think any of that's true is the police never went to question Juke, aka Anthony.
Wow.
Or Yogadi, or any of the people with CMG, never once
to
do an interview.
Yep.
So this is as plain as day. Joke said do it. Quet didn't say anything. Quet lives in the poorest part of Memphis in Oregon. Sells a few ecstasy pills to make a living and hustles with some sports gambling. He's a nobody, and that's why I asked you about the peers. He's a throwaway that they can blame. Why did they not talk to Juke or anybody else with CMG?
Right.
Ever.
Right.
Now, Juke ended up getting killed in 2024, 2.5 years.
Nobody questioned it.
Never arrested, never talked to, never interviewed, never pursued, never surveilled.
Wow.
The judge also told you when you assess credibility, you need to look at how well you remember this thing. Cornelius Smith cannot even tell you when he was propositioned to go kill someone. The shooting happened in November 17, 2021.
I said it,
The
yo.
best the police can say is that the meeting where just randomly happened, as Cornelius himself has said, was sometime between August and September.
Like youngster set this up, allegedly.
Prior to shooting taking place.
He signed a heavy cap.
He will tell you there's no plan. All he was told by Juke was there's a price on your heads. And that's kind of funny because when the cops, if they testify honestly, will tell you there have been multiple attempts on Mr. Dolph's life. Twice in Charlotte by other folks, once in Los Angeles. Everybody in Memphis knew there was a price on their head because there was a war between PRE and the shooting either. Yo Gotti's car was shot up here. The song 100 Shots came up after one of these things. There's a rivalry going on and people have been shooting. The police went through this. They know this. They also pulled YouTube videos where people are openly threatening to kill Dolph. It's in their slideshow. You know what they call their investigation? Operation Cookie Monster. That's how tasteful this whole thing has gotten with these folks.
Relentless, ultimate competitors, fighting for injured workers' rights. At Stern & Cohen, winning isn't just a goal, it's an obsession. Bring us on and experience our winning strategy in action for you. Stern & Cohen for the win.
Nobody called Govan, talked to him, did anything, be it Justin Johnson or Cornelius Smith.
Wow.
What Cornelius will tell you, which the government didn't tell you, is that morning, it was Cornelius's daughter's birthday. But he gets a call from Justin Johnson and says, I got a car. Let's go do something. They get in the car and they start driving around just looking for somebody to kill. They just happened to see young Dolph's car going by. And they open fire. And they kill him. And the interesting thing is, even though nobody communicated with Govan for weeks prior to this, they didn't talk to him that morning. He didn't help him get the car.
Like I said, yo.
He didn't tell him what to do, somewhere to go. He didn't do anything. It was a spontaneous issue between two young men that morning. They shot him. You know why there's no plan? Because they just start calling random people after the shooting.
Yeah.
They don't call Govan. They have to go someplace to get bandaged up as far as that goes. The people that help them never been charged as accessories to anything. They then get rid of whatever they need to get rid of. They left the car across the street from Govan's house on the middle of the street.
That was the setup.
So if there's some master plan, that may be one of the dumbest plans you could possibly have.
I said that, yo. I said that.
Most famous person in Memphis, as far as that goes. Again, there were no contacts for weeks prior to the shooting, especially in the
Govan was set up, man.
wouldn't know that the Mercedes was used.
He was set up.
The only way anybody finds out is social media blows up right away, and multiple people start calling Justin Johnson, including Govan, who knows him, because the word's out that Justin may have done this. Trayon Ingram is another word you'll hear. He actually carjacked the white Mercedes and then gave it to these gentlemen to use in the shooting. He's not charged in this case. He's not even charged with carjacking. But he happened to pick up another murder right after this happened, and so now he's in custody for the other murder that he committed. Perhaps when making first impressions, you would have wanted to know that. Let me. I thought about going over at least Cornelius's statements in his lives, but I think it's just a little too much. We would be here for about 2 hours going through everything that he said has been inconsistent, bald-faced lies. In fact, you know how somebody's lying? Because in his first interview, that lasted a little over an hour, 32 times he told the police, trust me, I promise, I swear to God, I wouldn't lie to you. 32 times he says that before answering one of his questions on one of his first interviews after he's caught. And after he's caught, his girlfriend gets questioned because they ran down the license plate numbers, all that stuff with the cars. She lies through her teeth on December 14th of 2021. Says, I don't know nothing about nothing. Because Cornelius had talked to her and tried to make up a false alibi. See, where's the plan in all this? See, if I have a plan to go kill somebody, we have a place to go dig something far away. I have people that can cover for me.
The way the defense could prove this is who set him up.
Knew nothing about this.
That was the setup spot.
Picks them up at the location where they're getting bandaged up for being shot, drives them around town, helps them out. Of course, she's not.
That's the only way it could be a setup. Is how did they know he was going to the cookie shop?
We're going to charge you if you don't tell us the truth. And so on the 17th of December, 3 days later, she comes back. But what the police don't know at that time is Mr. Cornelius Smith has called 4 of his family members to reach out to Angela to get the story straight. Because he keeps saying on the jail phone calls, find out what she said, find out what she said, find out what she said.
Right.
And then on the 17th, it comes back. And talking to her over to that house sometime in the think of his name. And the interesting part is the officers say, is it somebody named Q? And then she says, oh yeah, it's Quet. Remember the phrase Bobby Carter that they mentioned? Bobby Carter also lives on Bradley Avenue. They're good friends with Cornelius Smith. They buy pills together and do ecstasy pills together. And the other thing Angela says is, Govan brought us the phone after the fact. How is that part of any plan or anything else? They called and said, give me a phone. The interesting thing about that is if it's true and you believe her, there would be fingerprints on the car. The police fingerprinted it, DNA'd it, did everything. Cornelius' fingerprints are there. Trayon Ingram's fingerprints are there.
Yep.
Kirsten Garner, the other guy that worked with Trayon to steal the car, his fingerprints are there. There's DNA in there. There's blood in there. But nothing with regards to Govan. They found the car 3 days after the shooting took place across the street from Mr. Govan's house. Has nothing to do with him, didn't touch it. So if he didn't do that, how does he open the door? And frankly, how do you get the keys to open the door? See, Cornelius doesn't give you the details. Did they lock the car after he left? Where were the keys? He doesn't know about any of that stuff. So tell me how Mr. Govan got into the car and how he did it so beautifully, being dumb enough to take the murder car, one of the most famous people, and say, let's just park it across the street, and then somehow magically wiped his prints, DNA, hair, anything out of that car while he's looking for the phone. You know why that is? Because he didn't do it. What you're going to hear from Trayon Ingram is Trayon Ingram, when he stole the car, left his backpack, his wallet, and some other things in the car, and he had Justin Johnson go get them. You will hear that from Trayon Ingram's own statement with regards to that car.
Wow.
This is why I talk about first impressions, because it always could be misleading, and in this case, patently false. When you cherry pick the evidence that you want to tell you, and then have the cameras rolling on a high-profile case, with pressure.
The world got to know.
A verdict of guilty is patently unfair. And just because he's a nobody and doesn't have money like Dottie or Joe, his brother, who was never even questioned or charged.
Yo.
He's the fall guy in all this stuff.
Yo.
He didn't do anything. Even if you believe Cornelius, all he says is, I just happened to show up there, and he says, look, let's see. Jumped over and started doing all the talking. Do you think that man could pay somebody $100,000? Yeah, he's good for it. I don't need any validation.
Right.
He's good for it.
Right.
And interestingly enough, Cornelius' story also changes along with Angela's, because initially we were supposed to be paid $1.5 million. Another interview became $1 million. Then it became $500,000.
Then it became
Then it became $100,000.
Yep.
Then it became, we're going to split $100,000 between me and Justin Johnson. Then it became, somebody gave me $50,000 in a brown paper bag. Then it became, oh no, I'm wrong about that. It was after I was arrested. Somebody gave my lawyer $38,000 in a bag to represent me.
Who the fuck gave the lawyer money?
As far as that goes. But the one thing that he does say is, after I got the money from Mr. Joke's people,
Wow.
it was understood that he was on that team. Again, Joke never arrested, never talked to. Even though he says that's where the money's coming from. That guy doesn't have $1 million or $100,000 or anything like that. I may walk around wearing fancy ties, but he's indicated. The judge has found that. I'm here to help him, because people that are labeled as nobodies, I will not tolerate it. He needs to be fought for. He is your peer.
Govan might be innocent, yeah.
Mr. Govan, hold your head up high. Mr. Govan matters. You can't do this to people just for political gain, because you got to solve a crime because somebody famous died. It's just wrong. You can sit down. We can't have a society like this where you base on assault rifle people opening up fire on somebody. And you remember when I told you he couldn't even remember when that meeting was, that random meeting? The best thing he could do is remember that the meeting was sometime between when he tried to shoot Wu or somebody else. That's the best he could do as far as that goes. And so you have to believe if this meeting happened, for 3 months, nothing goes on, and then one day it just happens. Remember I asked you about pork chops and chicken and all that kind of stuff? If you're gonna do something, even if you have a plan and it changes. If you believe any of that, he didn't have any plan. If you have a plan, you have a place to go. You have a place to hide out. You have an alibi built in. None of that happens. That happens. Right, so I want to come clean. I want to do BS on that heart because when he tells you that, and he will, because he's testified to it before that he wants to bear his soul. He wants to make amends. And ask yourself, why for 4 years didn't he just take a guilty plea and take his sentence and start making amends? He still hasn't played anything. His lawyers in negotiations with the government. There's quote no deal, but we do good things out of our heart when we're caught dead, red-handed murdering somebody because we don't want any benefit by coming on the stage and telling you whatever you guys want to hear. 6 times with interviews.
He had to tell the truth. Like, I ain't got to do this shit.
The truth doesn't change. You don't have to remember it.
Govan probably knew about it, but he
don't have to rehearse it.
I don't think he
It
did
is what
it.
it is. And this is not the truth.
No, I think Black Youngster was his spot. Or Migo was his spot, allegedly.
I mentioned it in jury selection, but responsibility for your actions goes both ways. There's going to be a lot lacking in this case. For example, you'll hear about a lot of cell phone records and who may have called who, or the full-on analysis is never, well, I'll just leave that for the expert. It's all coming down to Cornelius.
Straight drop.
And possibly where somebody's phone might have been. You don't know what they said. If they everybody within minutes after this, the social media blew up after this happened. You all know it.
Yeah,
heard it. Everybody knew about it. Govan is your peer. He deserves better. We shouldn't be here. High profile TV cameras or not. Sympathy for a young man who's a musician, whatever he was. Nobody deserves to die. But you don't compound the problem by blaming innocent people for it. And even if you don't want to believe he's innocent, you want to believe Cornelius, they sure as heck didn't prove the case beyond reasonable doubt. I talked to you guys about that with the British system. It's either guilty or they didn't prove it. So I'm asking you to at least at a minimum say he didn't prove it in about 3 or 4 days from now.
Listen.
Millions search with AI.
Well, man, probably innocent, man.
And why? With AI optimization by
Good shit,
Enterprise. Track AI visibility in depth and find ways to improve. Be the brand AI search recommends.
I can't even lie. That was a good opening statement. I see what they gonna expose. As he said, they ain't talk to Gotti, they ain't talk to Joke, they ain't talk to Black Youngster. He said they ain't talk to a lot of them niggas. So if they ain't talk to a lot of them niggas, they will be questioned after this. Because they set that man Govan up. They set Govan up to try to punish him within this week, so they try to do something to him. They didn't kill him. Allegedly, but they did something to him.
Yes.
If anything, like, I don't know, after the fact or something, but I don't think Borg off his opening statement, and I was thinking that.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Could you state and spell your name for the record, please?
Erica Thornton, ERICA THORNTON.
And do you know an individual by the name of Adolph Thornton Jr.?
Yes.
How do you know him?
My brother.
If you were to see a picture of Mr. Thornton, could you recognize him?
Of course.
Your Honor, may I have personal witness?
They wasting time right now bringing them up. Bring the Bring the other people up, man.
Ms. Thornton, is that a photo of him?
Yes.
Your Honor, we ask that this photo be entered as the next numbered exhibit into evidence.
No objection.
This is a photo of a young
Y'all
man,
opening up like this. Y'all like.
black leather jacket, headphones, and has been identified as Adolph Thornton Jr. Will mark this as exhibit 1.
Thank you, Your Honor. And may I have permission to publish to the jury? Thank you. And Ms. Thornton, when was the last time you saw your brother alive?
The last time that I seen him live was late of 20.
Weeks.
And after that, you didn't see him alive anytime else?
Face to face. We had like FaceTime calls prior to, well, after Labor Day. But yes, we had FaceTime calls pretty much every day. So the last time I communicated with him was the day before he was killed, November 16th.
Okay. And on the day that he was killed, do you remember how you found out?
Yes.
How did you find out?
My sister called me.
Give me 1 moment. And Ms. Thornton, you said that the last time or the day that you learned something had happened to him was November 16th?
No, I learned that something happened to him on the 17th.
Okay.
The day of. The 16th was the last time I had a conversation with him via FaceTime.
Okay. So November 17th, 2021, that's when you learned something had happened to your brother?
Yes.
Okay. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
I don't have any questions. I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Thank you.
Call roll, Hopkins.
It's a security guard. So this should get a little interesting now. He should tell us where the real beef was at. Black Johnson, yo God, a big joke. Preach. Preach your bitch.
Yes.
Good morning, Mr. Hopkins.
Good morning.
Could you state for the benefit of our jurors who may be taking notes, could you state your name and spell your first and last name?
Raul Hopkins, RAULHOPKINS.
And I am going to ask you to speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
That's okay.
Yes.
We want to make sure that our court reporter can hear you and our jurors can hear you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Hopkins, do you know an individual by the name of Adolph Thornton Jr.?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you know Mr. Thornton?
From the neighborhood.
Okay. And you know him from the neighborhood. How long have you known him?
Millions search with AI. See what it says about your brand and why. With AI optimization by SEMrush Enterprise, track AI visibility in depth and find ways to improve. Be the brand AI search recommends.
What did Mr. Thornton do for a living?
He was a hip hop artist.
Okay. And did you provide any services to him in relation to being a hip hop artist?
Yes, ma'am. Security.
Okay. And how long have you
For Mr. Thornton, 7 years.
Mr. Thornton pass forward a picture and see if you recognize the picture.
No objection.
Do you recognize that picture?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is that picture of?
Picture of the chain, his label, PRE.
Ernie, if we could have that entered into evidence as the next.
No objection.
This is a charm that's the three letters PRE. Will mark this as exhibit 2 to the trial.
Commissioner Publisher.
Yes, ma'am.
Again, Mr. Hopkins, could you explain to the jurors what we're looking at here?
That's his chain, the PRE,
And what did PRE stand for?
Paper Route Entertainment.
Did he have any issues with other labels?
Yes, ma'am.
What label was that?
CMG.
And what does CMG stand for?
Cocaine Music Group.
No, you don't know what it stands for.
All right, CMG. Well, let's go back a bit. Who are some of the other artists that are on the PRE label?
Several artists that they have that's on the label. A guy named Kenny, a guy named
Wu?
Yeah.
Okay.
He just had a lot of different artists on the label.
And would Wu be the same person as Paper Route Wu?
Yeah.
And the label you mentioned, CMG, that he had conflict with, that Mr. Gordon had conflict with. Who are some of the artists on that label, if you're familiar?
The one that I knew of was the Yokai.
Mm.
And there were conflicts, is that correct?
Yes.
But what was the origin of that conflict?
Really about music. Maybe a diss song here or there.
Did the CMG ever at any point want Mr. Thorne, it's professional known as Young
Why
Dolph?
he answering like that?
Yes,
Did they ever want Young Dolph to sign to their label?
yes, ma'am.
Would that be the beginning of their issue?
Could have been.
All right. Did Mr. Thorne or Young Dolph ever sign to their label?
No, ma'am.
He had his own label, PRE, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Were there any acts of violence between these individuals, PRE and CMG?
Yes, ma'am.
Was it before or after you became involved as the bodyguard?
It was after.
Tell us about the first one that you remember, first incident that you remember.
First incident I remember was in 2015.
The truck.
And I'm asking you to speak up.
The
In
truck.
2015, we was in Charlotte. We were sitting in the Sprinter. We just went upstairs.
Here's with Stevie J.
There was two more individuals that was in the Sprinter.
Stevie J.
Running up, saying the Sprinter just got shot up.
When you say Sprinter, that's like
Sprinter Bank.
Sprinter Bank.
Yes, ma'am.
You were where now?
I was upstairs.
What city? I'm sorry.
Oh, it was in Charlotte.
In Charlotte.
Yes,
So the Sprinter van was Charlotte.
yes.
Was Mr. Thorne in the van at that point?
No, ma'am.
Where was he?
We was upstairs.
But you had just gotten out of the Sprinter van?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you learn of anyone who was responsible for this shooting?
They said something on the news, but really don't know who actually done it.
What was the next incident that you recall?
Next incident was in 2017 in Charlotte.
G was booking Dolph.
It was again in, you said Charlotte?
Charlotte, yes.
So Charlotte was twice?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, tell us about that incident.
I wasn't there, but from where I known that his SUV got shot up.
And who are you saying he? What he?
Young Dolph.
Young Dolph.
Yes, Young Dolph.
Why he answering questions like that this time?
No.
Like he ain't snitched the first time.
Was there another incident? Oh, do you know who was responsible for that?
No, ma'am.
There was another incident.
They said black youngster.
2018 in Los Angeles, California.
Bill Gotti was a person of interest.
Were you present for that?
No, ma'am.
Did you learn about what happened?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you tell us about?
I was at a baseball game. Somebody called me and said, young Dolph just got shot in California. That's how I heard about that.
And did you then go to California?
Yes, ma'am. I went there the next morning.
Okay. You know who was possibly responsible for that incident?
No, I don't.
Let's fast forward to 2021. Let's actually fast forward to November 2021. Did young Dolph have an event or something big going on during November 2021?
Yes, ma'am. Every November, he would do a turkey drive for the community.
And explain us what you mean by turkey drive.
He would go to several communities and give out turkeys.
And would he do this personally?
Yes.
Did he also have members of his label there as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Was he in Memphis doing that?
He was in Memphis, but he didn't participate in the turkey drives.
Is there any particular reason why he did not participate in the turkey drive?
He just told me he had other stuff he had to do. He wanted to make sure his art.
Different turkey drives.
Four.
They
Yeah, that week, yeah.
They be spread it out. It was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday.
And is this around a certain time? Is it, you mentioned turkeys, I always think turkeys and Thanksgiving. Was this around Thanksgiving?
It was the week before Thanksgiving.
So you mentioned about him being in town. Did he live in Memphis? Did y'all live?
No.
Okay. So he was. When did you last hear from young Dolph?
I just last heard from young Dolph. It was that Tuesday.
He's supposed to be in Atlanta at that time. You, what type of bodyguard was you? Security was you? What kind of security was him? He wasn't never there when he got shot. Not saying he was supposed to be, but he was never there when he got shot.
Have you previously reviewed from that incident?
Yes, ma'am.
Private passport, a flash drive. Does it look familiar?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is that of?
It's a flash drive with clips of video inside, outside.
Hmm.
Would you open it in an envelope and see if that is the flash drive you previously?
Yes, ma'am.
And the video that you viewed, what is it a video of?
A video of young Dolph at McKee's.
Your Honor, if we could have that entered into evidence as the next time.
What?
No objection.
Whoa, what video is that?
This is an envelope with a flash drive on the inside. Envelope is labeled flash drive with clips of video inside, outside, and keys. Will mark this as exhibit 3 to this trial.
Well, why did he testify? Why did he testify what was on that video in Marquitas? That's the whole thing. What the heck? What the heck? It's the cookie shop again, y'all. Let's see, do we see more? But I thought he got shot at 11. Indictment number. Don't go, Van. It's like they reach. Govan is innocent. The state got this little petty shit is against Govan. That man innocent. Y'all opened up corny. Let's see what this video shows.
Mr. Hopkins, the date at the top of this video.
Because the last video they showed was a time lapse. I think based off that video, I think Straight Drop coming back on a pill.
Do you recognize this vehicle that is coming into play?
Yes, ma'am.
And whose vehicle is that?
It's Adolph.
Young Dolph.
That's Dolph. Now you don't want to tell old head. You just was telling that on Straight Drop. But now you're gonna tell on Govan. Questions. And you the same questions they asked you last, John, and you ain't saying nothing. Open your motherfucking mouth. You was allegedly never there when he got shot, but you was always there when it was time to party. And you was a security guard. Get your bitch ass out of there with it. You lying about something.
Mr. Hopkins, do you recognize the individual in the...
Somebody was playing on his phone.
Yes, ma'am.
And who is the person in the video?
That's Dolph.
That's young Dolph.
Say it. Old head ain't trying to tell on Govan, but he was telling.
We see a second individual coming out.
That's Marcus.
Who is that?
That's his brother Marcus.
I want to know how he had security and you from the same state, but you was always so-called busy. You weren't supposed to have that job then. You're supposed to be his motherfucking security, period. You on a payroll. 100K a year. Nigga, you supposed to be on his ass. At least 8 hours a day, nigga. From the time he come out till he go in the crib. It looked to me like you more of motherfucking daddy or security guard. Who told him he was there? Because that could have been Glock in the car. How they know Dolph was in there? They allegedly said Marcus dropped the clip. That's what youngsters said. How you drop the clip? And what was going on in that cookie shop? I gotta show the video inside now. He pulled right up. He pulled right up.
There is someone or something at the bottom.
And he pulled away from the camera.
Our laser pointer is having technical difficulties at this point. But who is or what is that at the bottom of the bottom left?
If you don't know, I think that's his arm hanging out.
This is who you're referring to.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is Marcus who you're referring to. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
But what else is going on? Them cops never came. Them cops never came. And why he keep going back to the fucking car? I gotta show inside now. Come on. Inside of Marquitas. Let's go. What is she looking at?
The individual at the front counter, who's that?
That's young Dolph.
And there's an individual behind him, who is that?
That's his brother Marcus.
The shooting should be happening now. It should be happening now.
Yes, ma'am.
1, 2. He did walk over to that corner. Oh, show us him on the floor. Show it. Let's show everybody else murder. Look like he over there in the corner. You see his brother running. But why they never came back to the front? All right, she came back out.
And Mr. Hopkins, we've seen the inside and outside of the cookie shop the day that Mr. Dolph was killed. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You were not with him that day.
No, ma'am.
Why were you not with him?
Right.
He had me doing other things. He wanted me to be with the other artists.
What? Man, get the fuck out of here. Man, get the fuck out of here.
And did you go to the scene of the cookie shop that day?
Yes, ma'am.
Is their location here in Shelby County?
Yes,
Man, get the fuck out of here. Like she said, why you wanting there? Get the fuck out of here.
So deputy, where you want it?
I'll just put it here so the court reporter can hear me.
Man, get the fuck out of there. He wanted him. Man, get the fuck out of there. You was
Can you all see okay?
never with him when he got shot, but you security.
Mr. Hopkins, my name is Manny O'Rourke. How are you doing this morning?
Get him, Manny. I'm gonna go over
Sorry
inside
for your loss,
today.
obviously. This is very troubling.
Get him,
No one
Manny.
should ever have to be killed by something like that. So
Why you want never there?
we spoke on the phone when you were coming in from the airport this weekend. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
That's what it was, man, with me.
So you were the boss.
Wow.
You mentioned to the prosecutor that there was a history of violence between
I think I'm
PRE
going
and
out
CNG.
like big and
Yes.
fat.
And as I saw from this, and not trying to be negative anyway, but Mr. Dolph travels with an assault rifle in his car, as we saw his brother pull that out from the driver's side.
I don't know if he traveled with it, but he had it that day.
Okay, and have you seen him with other weapons in the past?
No, sir.
Okay. And his brother had his handgun and he was shooting at the other people, as we saw in the video.
Yes, sir.
And then he pulled out the assault rifle from the driver's side and shot some more at the people.
Yes, sir.
With regards to the violence that goes back and forth between these two,
Why you want never there?
you personally know of at least 3 attempts on Dolph's life. 2016, 2015,
2015, 2016, 2017, 2018.
And so he needed security, obviously.
Right. Get him, Manny. Where was you at?
Yes, sir. Right. And with regards to coming to Memphis,
Where y'all live at?
the week before things.
Where were you?
Mr. Dolph didn't live in Memphis anymore, right?
No, sir.
How long before this incident had he moved away from Memphis?
Years ago.
Maybe 4 or 5 years.
A lot of it, I think we've talked about, is for safety reasons, because it's pretty violent here as far as between the PRE and the CMG.
Yes.
So it's known that his life is in danger when he's here. The week before Thanksgiving.
Came back.
He wasn't going to participate in the turkey drive. He was here to help out his artists.
Yes.
Okay.
So where was you? That's the question. Manny gonna tear him apart because the security. You funny. You funny. You funny, security. It's like you work for Black Youngster or CMG or something. They gave you some money because you weren't never there, but they always knew where he was at. There's something going on. Something going on with that security. I knew what the fuck was going on. All different states. You never there. Yeah. All of a sudden, you don't want to testify to the same questions they asked you the last time. Oh, I don't know about that. Oh, he only had a couple artists on there. Some guy named Kenny and yeah, he had and Woo. You named 2 niggas that got shot. Where
Just a little proof. I asked you not to talk about this amongst yourselves, so go take a break, refresh yourself, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay? Stand in brief recess. Court stands in brief recess. Yeah, you got everything. And follow me, please.
Raul Hopkins, I got a question. Was you security or was you CMG affiliate? Because you out of order. You out of order.
No, they're not.
I'm gonna say allegedly, but you out of order. You order.
Cameraman, you're not supposed to be photographing any of this family. Do you understand that? I'm speaking to all of you. You should not be photographing any of the Mr. Dolph's family. Not at all. Or Mr. Govan's family. Okay? Not at all.
Oh, so it's people when that's why that security guard testifying the way he is. Because it's different people in there. Key Glock might be in there. At the end of the situation, that security guard is a motherfucker. He wasn't even a security guard, he was a bodyguard. So I gotta stop calling you security guard. You was a bodyguard. Which means this ain't no allegedly. You real questioning, bro. And if PRE still fucking with you, if PRE still fucking with Raul too, y'all, man, listen. Main man not to be trusted. Because if y'all still fucking with boy, it's like y'all was into something too. But like they said, everybody else got questioned, but nobody from CMG got questioned. Big Jug, Black Youngster, Yo Gotti, Lil Migo. And not to mention, Grove Hero said these same names that Manny Aurora said. So y'all can't get mad at Govan right now. Y'all can't want to hurt Govan or say he's snitching and none of this because Grove Hero already said what he said. And I'm thinking Grove Hero is supposed to be a witness too, so they shot him. All this allegedly, but that's just what I'm thinking. Because he made the same statement that Manny Aurora just asked. And you ain't had no problem with going live testifying saying it. So what will be the difference in you going live testifying and you in the courtroom testifying? It's the same kind of sort of difference. You still let the mass know. And I'm not even, I gotta take it back. I might gotta take it back what I said about a lot of the PRE artists. I might gotta take that back. That security guard goofy. So you goofy. You was never there. You was never there. You was never there. Why they go on break after Manny Aurora asked that question about that security guard, bodyguard? See, you see, I'm still trying to give you benefit of the doubt, saying security, because you know security, you just go places and you just blow your whistle and shit. I ain't talking about your gun. You blow your whistle. Remember on next Friday when motherfucking Mike Epps kept blowing the motherfucking whistle? Same way. That's what you were. Because you damn sure ain't blow your heater. And you was licensed to carry, but you ain't want no action with Black Youngster in them. After Young Dolph had all them attempts on his life, why would you still consider yourself a bodyguard for him? You should have just quit the job. You was all there for the money. Matter of fact, he said you was the head of security. That's what he said. He said you was the head of it. So where the fuck was his other team? What was the other individuals? This Marcus couldn't been the security because y'all gotta remember, I got the interview on my page with the girl, Jay Adams. She said the security guards and shit was looking more like friends. And Raul, every time you was there, that's how you probably was acting. You probably was acting like a friend. I done heard CMG name total of 25 times already. Probably less, probably 18 times. Every other third sentence you hear CMG, Yo Gotti, CMG, Big Jug, CMG. I heard about 18 different times. I'm starting to think the security guy used to work for CMG too. And I'm not talking about no undercover payroll. I'm talking about some over-the-counter payroll, meaning they called you out in a different state. You went on a slide because you was always so-called busy. So what these niggas was paying you a check not to be around, dog? Because you got to think about it. What I'm saying is allegedly, but when you think about it, didn't they kill Big Juke Security Bolade? They hit the security Bolade. That's what I'm saying. The brother couldn't have been the bodyguard. And your name, Raul Hopkins, kept popping up. When you read some of them articles on Fox 13, that shit say your name. You was in the area, bro. Talking about he had me do something else. What the fuck was you doing? He needed you. Fuck would he be riding with it? Man, get the fuck out of there. He must ain't trust you, that ass. If he had his brother with him, ride with him till he died, obviously he ain't trust you. Oh, he ain't trust you, none of that. He ain't trust you. You wasn't there. You wasn't there. Because I start to question that shit every time his attempts. You ain't there. Every time his attempts. You ain't there. We did research on every motherfucking body. Then last time you come up there wanting this arm broke. Them niggas, listen, man. You really ain't want to say nobody else's name, but you made sure you said CMG as an entity. Yo Gotti, he been spare you. You're a turkey burger I'm talking about. Can't say all the words. He said you're a turkey burger ass ninja. He said you sent all your little guys to do all your dirty work. Speak for yourself. He said, Yo Gotti, I just came in town to get pulled over. The police told me you trying to get me locked up. But where the security guard was at? I might switch the title to that. Where was Raul? Where the fuck was Raul Hopkins? You got listen, bro. You could come, we could do an interview, we could do whatever. I got some questions for you. Why you were never there during all 5 of the assassination attempts, all 4 assassination attempts? You said you was working with him for 5 years. That means you was working with him during the heat of the beef from 16 to 2021. 15 to 2021. You was with him 6 years. You was in the beef when that shit was kicking off. I wonder if you was the mole in the motherfucking company. Cause how CMG knows so much about PRA. They knew the shoes, of course, was public, but a lot of people ain't know it was public. He was down there at CIAA, he was set to perform. So he didn't have his own show. He was set to perform down there. And he wasn't headlining. So how Black Youngster know he was down there? In LA, how the fuck is they in the same hotel room and all y'all upstairs? All y'all niggas was upstairs. He walked on the sneaker store. He was person of interest, but they let him go. So what Yo Gotti gonna say? No, I told them don't shoot him, and they still did it. Hey, get the fuck out of here. The fuck out of here. It's a lot of undercover shit, and they gonna try to tell Manny Aurora to slow it down. Cause Manny gonna beat this. Govan ain't y'all set Govan up. Y'all set Govan up. And they not listen, the Fed's not going for this mess. The Fed's not going for this mess. And they're gonna charge them for the homicide of them. Because they can't keep grabbing niggas and hitting them one by one. They're gonna have to grab them as the whole entity and have them motherfuckers tell like that, have them motherfuckers say yeah. Because y'all gotta allegedly remember Lil Baby and Yo Gotti song, put a date on it. That was 2020. It was over 100. It was over 100 alleged gang members in that video. Hit Migo, hit block, hit prices up on the trees, extra numbers on the block. I can spend the shit again. You getting money and you broke. Niggas probably ain't your friends. Real leader lead all the way to the end. He was talking about Dolph on recession proof. It's allegedly during that time, Dolph was out, slowing down on his spending. Manny Aurora exposing a lot of shit. Manny Aurora exposing a lot of shit. They're supposed to be the same lawyer that beat Lil Durk case. Come on, recess. Recess should be the fuck over right now. Recess should be over right now. Recess should be over. Recess should be over. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. They slid. And it's crazy. The crazy part about it is Manny Aurora is not even blaming it on. Listen, Manny Aurora not even blaming it on Big Joke. That's the crazy part. He's speaking logic. If he had something to do with it, why the fuck would he drop the car off in front of his door and it was all on cameras? U.S. Marshals and shit looking for niggas. Why the fuck would he park it in front of his door? It didn't make sense. And after they found the car, they got Cornelius. Cornelius' brain quit. Oh no, that's quit. That's quit Trap House. That look on Govan's face was priceless. That shit was worth 1,000 words. Maybe even 4,000. Come on, man. They gotta get back. They gotta get back to it, man. We gotta get back to it. I just gave y'all a little recap on what was going on before they went on break. Because Manny Aurora killed today. He murdered today. Come on, man. This long, dumbass trial. All right. He coming back. I just gave y'all the recap. I just gave y'all a little recap of what was going on. Shout out to Law and Crime, man. This video is covered under the Fair Use Act. I wanted to let that marinate. You know what I mean? Because we all using it. Over there, you can't get your rocks off. Yeah, the channel's popping and shit. There's a lot of comments and shit, but over here, you can at least get your rocks off, and I'm going to answer every question. Let's get back to the Trizal. The Trizal. Annie Aurora on fire. Like I told y'all weeks ago, Govan was set up. Yeah, he ain't facilitate no money. Black youngster and them niggas burnt them niggas. CMG, y'all got all that fucking money. Y'all had them lawyers doing favors. Y'all niggas fucked up for real. Y'all niggas living off credit. Your credit must be A1. Doing shows for sneaks and shit. Remember they gave Black Youngster and Moneybag, yo, them fake ass forces. After Dolph died, them niggas still was getting exposed. They gave y'all some fake ass forces to perform. The part about it, that probably what they see up shit like. It probably was endless, allegedly. So I gotta think about it. There's always some underhand shit. You gotta remember, if niggas know you beefing over here, it'll always be easy for a sneaky side attack, and that's just how shit roll. Like you got the niggas Stan G blaming shit on everything up on Black Youngster. I'ma say allegedly for my shit, but if y'all listen to Stan G, that nigga clearly blaming everything on Youngster and Yo Gotti. He really mad at Yo God. I mean, he really mad at Black Youngster because Black Youngster. Why you think Stan G talking about he been off the port since he was 11? Yeah, he was getting robbed since he was 11. And that's weird to Black Youngster. Cause I really want though how these niggas ducking these motherfuckers indictments like that. That's for real. That's also real shit. I don't want to see nobody get locked up or nothing, but all this shit is in front of our face like a motherfucking power movie, and we supposed to act like we ain't see this shit and we ain't hear this shit. Dolph was screaming, "Yo, they try and kill me! Yo, they shot me 100 times! Yo, he mad because I didn't sign to him. Yo, help me!" He was screaming for help. He was literally screaming. He was preaching for help. Like they said, Sleepy Cousin, all of them knew about this shit, man, allegedly. They said Sleepy Cousin, I'm allegedly know about this shit, man. Come on, man. I wish this judge. Come on, Jennifer Mitchell Johnson. Her last name Johnson too. And she gave Justin Johnson, a motherfucking nephew, 135 years, allegedly. That's allegedly a motherfucking nephew. But y'all know it's true. All the motherfuckers down there related. CMG got a lot of people in power, allegedly. That's the reason why Dolph started fucking with the lawyer bitch. But allegedly she turned to a DA. So like everybody basically was fucking with CMG because they ran the city, meaning they was popular in the city, and they didn't want to make A lot of people ain't want to make Yo Gotti mad. A lot of people ain't never want to tell Yo Gotti no when he asks him. Like if he asks him for things like say like Raven's sister. Raven's sister was a she's a TV. I mean, she's a radio personality. Allegedly, Dolph was on that show or had something to do with that show, and they supposed to told him to bring that camouflage car out for the radio show. But you gotta think about it, like if your guy they want one of his artists to be on a radio show, you think they gonna tell him no? No. So they always wanted to keep that door open, not knowing the motherfuckers don't give a damn about you. You feel me? And then like that case with Young Dolph and Yo Gotti, that was like case like idols become rivals. Gotti said, I don't look at our lives, I look at them like rivals. He told you. Moneybag Yo, Black Youngster, all y'all niggas, y'all my rivals. He told you on your motherfucking face. Bag been shelved. He keep talking about these albums keep coming out, but he keep switching the titles and shit. How to love and where to love and all that shit. Oh no, like Yo got it. I mean, Moneybag Yo and fucking love. Cause y'all know Moneybag don't want to talk that gangster shit no more. Cause you know his name allegedly in that paperwork with Young Mob, he told on Stupid Dude. So that quote Gotti had with the cord on your dog, use a cop out. Moneybag Yo was already questioned by the feds. Moneybag Yo was already questioned by authority. So that statement Manny Aurora said, it could be 50-50 because things was happening. Whereas though they had to attempt to get questioned. But I know it could hold you up to 72 hours. We seen B.O. Lil Kenny get handled like that for over 72 hours. And he had a federal probation. Federal parole. That shit ain't violated his parole. Pretty sure he worked something out. Pretty sure. Cause you just stayed booked after that. Yeah, got a federal probation, cat daddy. Ain't trying to have none of that shit. They ain't find nothing on you or none of that. No. Nigga, you be screaming the mob, so they grabbed you. They questioned you. 9 times out of 10, you probably have some perks and some E-bombs on you. Allegedly. Come on, Jennifer, you taking too long. Whoa, waffle top head ass. Hey, Judge Jennifer Johnson got motherfucker coconut top head. That's the coconut that be in the little inside the little chocolate Chocolate joyous. She got that motherfucking head like a snappy nappy dugout. The snappy nappy dugout. The snappy nappy dugout. Come on, man. What's up? What's up? Get into the motherfucking trial. This shit would drop. So my thing is, if Cornelius get exposed, I wonder do he got to go to trial? Because I don't think he gonna cop out the life. I think Cornelius gonna be faced to go to trial, and more of the story gonna have to come out. Especially if Govan beats this shit. Like if Govan beat this shit, Cornelius gonna have to go to trial. Because Hackerman told Cornelius not be lying. Hackerman told Cornelius, hell yeah, the small town politics. That shit corny. It's like Dolph was down there interfering with the politics, money, and all type of shit. It's like the whole Memphis money ain't gone since he moved out. It's like they was mad they won't get no taxes from him no more. There's too many of your PRE niggas. Y'all knew what was going on. Y'all not gonna sit there and tell me y'all didn't know what was going on that morning. That Big Onk was the only one. But this shit go together with Mooch. But Mooch said they came to Memphis that day. Big Onk said something else. Big Onk said the day before he died, that night, he was with him. He couldn't have been with him that night because 8:39 that night, he was at Roof Chris. Like I told you, with the people from inside the restaurant, Roof Chris restaurant. So it's a lot of bullshit in that story. It's a lot. Now you gotta look at that bodyguard different. You got to. I'm trying to put it. I'm trying to put it in every different way. I could try to beg about it, but we want to know why he was by himself. And a police officer so far got shot that day. One dog got shot. I think there's gonna be a lot of firing going on in the Memphis police. Because what he said the CMG operation was Operation Cookie Monster. See, Manny Aurora from Atlanta. He not a lawyer from down there. Govan was smart on that one. He couldn't get a lawyer from down there. He couldn't. Another thing about it is Manny Aurora ain't gonna answer no phone call from CMG though. Manny Aurora kept her G. Mm-hmm. He knew what he was doing. Let's see after this trial today, how many people try to say, how many people are still gonna say Govan is guilty? Because the way it's looking right now, it looked like Govan was framed and put in the picture. It was mighty funny in the song. Gotti said, if you don't get the picture, you get cropped out. Man, he did his thing. Like Govan innocent. Because they dead sure ain't gonna put this Jordan. They ain't gonna put this. They ain't just gonna tell us he guilty. They gotta prove it. They gotta prove that. Mm-mm. They might need Paul Hagerman. They might need Paul Hagerman. They definitely gonna need Paul Hagerman. Make sure y'all get up there, man. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. It's these people. I'm just looking on YouTube right now. My fault, y'all. Who the fuck punched on Gouvin? That's the thing. Who punched on Gouvin? Cause this shit all twisted. I don't see, I don't see nobody really on it. It just seemed like from them saying that, it just seemed like black youngster. Cause Street Drop would have fit. He'd have fit cool in heavy camp. Like drop when it drop, alright, he sound like a little mini Pooh Shiesty, but drop don't sound right with I don't hear him with CMJ. I hear him more with Heavy Camp with Lil Migo. You feel me? Like I feel it. I feel it more that way. Cause Black Youngster don't really have no rappers over there. He got Migo or whatever, but Migo be waiting for Black Youngster though. I ain't gonna lie, I think Migo be right for Black Youngster. Cause it's a flow that Black Youngster flow spit. I'm like, okay. You need to keep that flow. Go back to that flow that they be using. They gonna be cool again. I ain't like this shit fake. Like I'm saying, listen, Black Youngster make more money apart from CMG, beefing with CMG than they do with CMG. Like the more he indirect, it sound like Gotti. He coming at Gotti, but he make more paper doing that. It's at the end of the movie, with CMG down. That when he spit that second verse. Like this shit, come on, man. Once they come on, man, they back there orchestrating something. They probably telling Manny Aurora stop talking how you talking. Like, come on, man. Gave us a break fast as shit. Wonder why the state ain't go first. Like, we won't see if Manny Aurora changed his approach. Because Manny Aurora, he a bad man right now. He a bad boy. He beat this case. He gonna be bigger than Young Thug and them lawyer. Boy, y'all get up there, hit the like button. But make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, man. I'm just trying to understand why that security, that bodyguard was never around. Then he up there talking about what he heard. You keep talking about you heard shit. Here we go. Come on. All right, we back. We back in action, y'all. Let's go. Let's see what Manny gonna do.
Yeah. It might not even be right. I was and I ain't I had no idea. Somebody told me what was he. Well, I asked my mom, I was like, how old were you when I was there? I don't know about that.
Yeah, somebody keep telling me.
All right, are we ready to go back? You can bring the jury. Let's go back on the record.
What's back in session?
Let's go, y'all. We back. Let's go. It was like she weird. She hit that nigga go in too many chances. Come on, Jay. See, do they got something? Do they got something for Manny? I don't believe they do. Man, they going all day words. Come on, Jennifer.
Reggie on it. Jury's now in the courtroom.
They got it. Come on.
Statement from the next witness. They will call Cornelius Smith.
Oh shit, cornbread. Uh-oh. We got the same. Damn. Cornbread Mitchell.
Step this way, sir. Stand right here. Face your honor. Raise your right hand.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Have a seat.
He's still protecting his face.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Could you state your first and last name for the jury?
Cornelius Smith.
And for the benefit of our jurors who may be taking notes and our court reporter, could you spell your first and last name?
Cornelius Smith.
And if it's okay, can I call you Cornelius?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Cornelius. You know an individual by the name of Hernandez Gomez?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you see that individual in the courtroom?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you point to that individual and describe what he or she was wearing?
Man, right here with the white shirt on, black tie, bald head.
And I asked if the record reflects that the witness has identified the defendant.
Record so reflects that the witness has identified the defendant.
And how long have you known Mr. Gomez?
I met him in 21.
Mm.
Like mid 21, something like that.
Mid 21. So
Damn.
Yeah, like in the middle of 21.
June.
When you met him, under what circumstances were you meeting him?
I met him through an individual named Bobby. Buy pills at the time. I was just buying pills from him.
And would that be Bobby Parker?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were buying pills from Mr. Gomez?
Yes, ma'am.
And what kind of pills were you buying from Mr. Gomez?
Ecstasy and sometimes Percocet pills. Oxycodone.
Would you say, why were you buying pills?
True.
while you were popping pills?
I had a lot of stress going on, or whatever, and it was on and off thing anyway. But then I was just back home.
Was there a particular incident that caused you to start?
I had lost my son in 2020, March of 2020, and I just went back home.
You had been on them before?
Yes, man, I had been on them before.
And he at some point stopped?
Stopped.
And after your son
got killed, I stopped.
Son got killed?
That's, through that course, you got to know Mr. Goldman.
Yes, ma'am.
Where would you meet Mr. Goldman?
At first, Bobby started going to get the pills from him, and then, one particular day, Bobby didn't want to go, so, I went and got something from him myself.
Okay, and where was that at?
At his home, on,
Bradley
Street, I believe.
So was that, how did you know this where he was?
Because I used to be right across the street at Bobby's house, you know what I'm saying, from his house.
So you've always gone to Bobby's house?
Yeah, I used to hang out with Bobby.
So let's go back to mid-summer or so, however you say it, of 2021, when you first came into contact with Mr. Goldman. At what point did the situation change from you, or did it change from you buying pills from him to something else?
I guess after a couple runs of going to buy pills on my own from him, he started asking me, I want to make some money. You knew why I get some money. I'm like, yeah.
Did you want some money?
Yeah, because sometimes I go to him and can I get a couple pills on credit? So, that was when you want to make some money? I'm like, yeah.
And why did you need money? Were you working at the time?
Yeah, nah, not really. I wasn't just working like that. I couldn't just keep a job with a pill like that. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay. So you wanted money. What did you want money for?
A lot of different reasons. Make sure my children were straight, pop me a couple pills, make sure I was good. A lot of different reasons.
How many children did you have at the time?
I had 5. I got 5 now, but I had 6.
6 altogether.
Yeah, it was after my son got killed. I had 5.
And who is the mother of those kids?
Letitia Jackson.
So you wanted money to make sure your kids were okay. You popped a few pills, and you'd be all right. Did you have a girlfriend at the time?
Yes, ma'am.
What's your girlfriend name?
Miss Angela.
Miss Angela. Does Angela have a last name? Arnold?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, 5 kids, a girl, and a girlfriend,
yes,
and a pill head.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So at some point, Mr. Govan asked you if you wanted to make some extra money.
Make some money.
And you said, oh, yeah.
And how were you supposed to make extra money?
Well, he told me that, it was a little banner on a couple paper I had.
Okay, I ain't understand nothing you said.
It was a hit on, it was a hit at time on a couple guys in paper I had on paper I had.
Okay, and what were some of those individuals' names, if you can recall?
Paper Route Woo, Young Dolph. I don't know all the names because I ain't know who they were.
At what point did he mention the actual boundaries, as you say?
One night leaving getting some pills, he mentioned the prices on who had it on his head. Young Dolph had it on his head.
This person costs this much. This person
telling
costs
us
this much.
who had the money on their head, who had the most money on their head,
and who had
price.
Who had
Young
the
Dolph
most?
had the most money on his head.
And he had 100,000.
100,000.
And when you say his head,
I mean, if you kill Young Dolph, you get $100,000.
was worth it. His life was only worth 100,000.
At some point, you will testify that about the shooting of young Dolph. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Prior to that, were you involved in any other shootings?
Well, one day, Mr. Govan had provided me with a gun, and he told us that Paper Route Rue was at home one day.
Oh shit!
So as we approached the house, with me, Bobby, Justin, and another guy, I don't know the other guy's name. Bobby dropped me off. I get out walking on foot. Paper Route Rue coming out the house, and he had his gun in his hand at the time. And I was walking up the street, and me and him had a shootout or whatever. And the gun he provided me had jammed up, so I had to duck and borrow weed.
He tried to
Bobby
get him
had got
killed.
to me. We got in the car and went to his house and reported what had happened to him. And he was like, glad I ain't get killed that day right there. But Bobby was like, he wasn't messing with this stuff because he was believing what Justin them told him about. We messed it up or whatever. And we didn't have our masks on out there, so Bobby felt that.
Was there an incident with Paper Route that you're aware of prior to the incident where you were involved?
Nah, I don't know nothing else about like no incident with Paper Route. Just this shootout that I had with him. That's all I know about it. And he was saying that like he was going.
Who was he?
Mr. Govan was saying he was going.
Let me stop. Did you call him Mr. Govan?
Nah, I called him Quick. That's what I knew him.
That was your nickname.
Yeah.
Would you feel more comfortable calling him Quick?
Yeah, I called him Quick.
Okay.
Quick was saying that he was gonna he would pay by mama or whatever to find out what they be about, play up on the other, find out who wanna be is so we could reach out and touch him. Like,
wow.
Was it just he was gonna see where Wu was, or was there other Paper Route artists?
Any one of them, like Wu or anybody in Paper Route, he was gonna make sure that he could play because mama liked him, so he was gonna try to play their father figure and find out what they did and so we could reach out and touch him.
So from when you met him in midsummer, the shooting with Paper Route, how far from when you met him to when that shooting was?
I just can't recall, but it wasn't long after I met him though.
Was it a couple of days, couple of weeks?
I say a couple of weeks, probably about a month and a half or so. I can't be specific about it. I ain't gonna lie like that.
Were you all looking for specific Paper Route Empire artists?
Yeah, we were looking for whoever we could find. So, at the time like on certain days or what, like we doing whatever we can. You know what I'm saying?
In regards to the bounty, were there other conversations about that?
Well, after that incident with Paper Route or whatever, and the gun jammed up, like I think probably the next day I pulled up old Quick House or whatever, and about some pills. And when I pulled up, it was a truck sitting in front of the house or whatever.
Okay, what kind of truck?
I can't remember.
Like an SUV truck or F-150 truck?
Like an SUV truck.
Okay.
But I pulled up and I got out and when he said he was sitting up there with Juke. And he was like, here go little C right here. Here go C right here. So Juke was like, hold up, man. We ain't doing no talking around these phones, take these phones outside.
Who said that?
Juke. Oh, he got to talking. He was telling him, like, we ain't talking around no phone, take the phones outside.
Who was he telling to take the phone?
He was telling Quick that.
Okay.
Take the phones outside.
And then Quick take y'all's phones outside?
Yeah, I gave him my phone. He set him outside on the chair or whatever. And came back in and was like, yeah, this little C right here, this was the one that, you know what I'm saying, shot your woo. And
hold on, you did a whole lot of woo.
Well, basically saying this the one that shot it, woo. And this one of the ones that I got to, you know what I'm saying, that I got a business too. And Juke basically like nodding his head like, y'all gonna get y'all money, y'all handle y'all business, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get y'all money.
What was person you described as quit? What was quit saying?
He was just letting him know that, you know, I was one of the ones that he got on the business that he got to put the work in or whatever.
Okay.
That he hired for the
I'm gonna need you to slow that down. He the one that hired on the business to do what now?
To make one of these, get a hit, do the hit.
I'd like to pass you a photograph. Do you recognize the person in that photograph?
Yeah, it is quick and big Juke.
You know, if we could have that photograph entered into evidence as the next number to see.
This is a picture of two gentlemen with white shirts, t-shirts on that's been described by the witnesses, Quit and Big Joe. We'll mark this as exhibit.
You know, before we publish, I was simply just ask if you have a time frame with this photo as far as authentication goes.
So let me mark this as exhibit 4 for this hearing.
Do you know when that photo was taken?
Nah, I don't know nothing about that photo. I don't know when it was taken.
That photo simply identifies the people you described as Quit and Juke. Any objection? Permission to publish.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say that it doesn't work. But the individual you described as Juke.
That's not no old picture either.
Left or right of this photo?
From my end, he's on the right, the big guy, right on the right.
It's on the right. And the individual on the left, who is that?
That's Quick.
And Juke is the person. Do you know his government name?
No, now since I've been locked up, Anthony Mills, since I've been locked up.
And Quit, you know it's Hernandez Govan.
Yeah, Hernandez Govan.
At some point, I'm sure you all exchange phone numbers.
Me and Quick.
Okay.
I never had Juke number.
You never had Juke's number?
No, I never had no contact with Juke. Like, how to get into Juke.
So any conversation about bounties went through Govan, is that correct?
Govan the one that did all the talking.
Okay. What name was Quit's saved into your phone?
I had it up on the bro.
Bro? Okay. And how many different phone numbers did you
He had 2 different numbers.
but they were both under your phone as bro. All right. So at some point, there was more information given, I guess, about the bounties. Is that correct?
Yeah, about the bounties. It was come close to Thanksgiving or whatever.
All right. Well, let's back up. Let's get back to sometime before it starts to get cool. Go back. Was there another individual that was brought into this? Justin who?
Johnson.
Okay. And how did you meet Justin Johnson?
I met him through Quick as well.
At what point did you meet him through Quick?
Like around the time we did that, they hit on paper at Woo. When we went and shot him, like that was like my first initial meet with him around that time.
And you said you met him through Quick or Mr. Dolphin. How did you meet him? Describe it.
When they found out that Woo was at the house or whatever, me and Bobby would call, and he called Justin too, and we all met up at his house.
And who's he?
Quick House. We all met up at Quick House. And me and Bobby jumped in one vehicle, and Justin and another guy jumped in another vehicle.
But he was putting you all together.
Yeah, Quick put all of us together.
Okay, and you didn't know Justin before this day?
No, ma'am.
Never seen him?
Never seen him. Never met him. I knew nothing about him.
All right, so some point we'll get to November, but what was your interaction with Justin over the course from when you met him?
After we did that and the gun jammed those paper out, Justin then went back and told Quick that me and Bobby so-called messed it up or whatever. So, he was like, y'all had y'all masks on. Justin them told him we ain't have our masks on. I ain't have my mask.
Govan knew that this was going on, and he
Right, he the one gave me the gun to go out there.
He asked if you have a mask on.
Right. He asked me. And he was saying like Justin was telling him that we messed it up or whatever, and that's when Bobby like he ain't doing nothing with nobody, he ain't getting involved in it or whatever. Because Quick believe everything Justin them say. And, at that time, Quick basically telling me like get with Johnson and get with Justin them. And, you know what I'm saying? Handle the business, you want to get this money. Since Bobby acting like he acting, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you said.
Since Bobby acting like he acting, he told me to get with Justin and them, since Bobby had pulled out of it.
Oh, Govan told you to get with Justin?
Yeah, Quick told me to get with Justin.
Okay. And what reason was he telling you to get with Justin?
So we could find one of the any artists to get this money, And
so, what would Govan gain out of you all getting a bounty or hit on one of the paper route?
He was getting a cut out of it. He's supposed to got $10,000 for me.
No matter who you hit or if it was.
Young Dolph, he's supposed to get 10,000. I did 100,000. I did 50,000 out again. He was getting 10,000.
So throughout the summer, going into the fall, did you and Justin and Govan ever meet?
Yeah, we'll meet up over Quick House. Like we'll go over Quick House, and that's what we always met up here over Quick House.
And then what was the purpose of meeting there?
Really, like we'll meet up over Quick House to talk about a lot of things. Basically, about a bounty on somebody, finding somebody. Sometimes we'll watch the games over there. We'll be over there about a lot of things, basically.
So Govan was his man.
But for Govan, you wouldn't have met Justin.
Nah, I wouldn't have met Justin if it wasn't for Quick.
Prior to Mr. Govan telling you about bounties on these PRE individual rappers, artists, were you aware that they were bounties?
No, man. I had no idea about it.
Were you aware of who the PRE artists were?
I knew about Young Dolph, but I didn't know about none of these other artists or nothing like that. I had to Google them. And to actually Google them. Once he told me, I had to really Google them to find out.
So there would be, like throughout the summer, you all would meet and he would talk about the bounty.
Talk about the bounty. First, we like, man, I was thinking to myself, it's impossible to get Young Dolph, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody can get no Young Dolph. But, I was thinking to myself, that was impossible. So, I had to Google the other guys to see who they were.
Oh, fast forward. Let's get to November. It's the week before Thanksgiving. What was going on there?
He was telling us, they got turkey.
Who was he?
Quick, Govan, quit. I mean, he was telling us that they had turkey drive. Each artist had a different day where they were doing turkey drive or whatever. And that's our opportunity. We can make some shaking.
You said make some shake. What's shaking?
I'll try to catch them and get the money. Do a hit on one of them.
Were you aware about this turkey drive prior to Govan telling you that?
Nah, cause I don't know nothing about what paper route do. So I wasn't.
Did you listen to their music before, or did
I listened to Young Dolph, but I ain't listening to his artist. I ain't know who his artist was. I listened to Dolph.
He's lying.
So Govan was telling you about the turkey drive.
Right. And just.
I'm sorry.
He was telling me just.
Were y'all together when he was telling you?
Right, at his house.
At his house. Did he mention the bounty You didn't mention money.
Everybody else doing the turkey drive, we had already knew the price.
Let's go to November the 16th of 2021. What were you and Justin doing that day?
Well, he had called me up, trying to pick me up. We had went because they had a turkey drive in South Memphis. And me and him was out, we were riding, trying to get one of the artists that day that was doing the drive down there. And as we was out there, I got out on foot. And there was a lot of folks out there standing with guns with her. Justin was in the car. And he called me and told me that he had got a call that young Dolph was at a gas station up the street from where we was at. So I ran back to the truck. And I jumped back in the truck. When we got to the gas station, Dolph was gone. So we rode around for a minute, then he dropped me back off at the house. And I laid down that night, and he was like, tomorrow we go back out and see what's up.
So on the 16th, at any point, did you think
maybe
we have a shot at getting Dolph?
Yeah, because we knew he was in town. We knew Dolph was in the city then, and we knew that tomorrow we were full-fledged then. We know we anything in shape right now. We gonna get somebody. We gonna strike. Tomorrow is our day. We gonna strike somebody. We gonna get lucky tomorrow.
And at any point, did you all have this conversation with Mr. Goldman?
Yeah, we were telling him like we really getting close. We getting fed up with playing. We finna get somebody basically. And he was like, y'all do y'all thing. And y'all be.
And in return, you all were supposed to, you expected to be getting money, so.
Right.
Because that's what he promised you.
Right.
So let me ask you also, one of those, Justin, what did he do for a living?
He was a rapper.
At any point, did you all participate in the music video or anything?
Yeah, I was called by Mr. Goldbrain to be in the video because I don't know Justin like that. So I was in the video, but I didn't want to be in it, so I put a mask on my face.
And when was this video shot?
Like in summertime of 21. I can't tell you the exact date, exact month, not like that,
but it was prior to. Was that after
it
the
was
hit
after,
on Who?
It was after them. Yeah, it was after the.
But prior to. Dolph.
Right.
Okay. You have a photograph that is before previously been shown to the defense counsel. Do you recognize the contents of that photograph?
Yeah, ma'am.
And what is that photograph?
It's the photograph of us in front of the house where y'all found the car shooting the rap video.
And who's all in that video?
Justin, I don't know the other two guys. Hernandez go over there, and I'm standing right behind Hernandez go over there with a mask on my face.
Young, if we could have that photograph and its evidence as the next number.
So this is a photograph with 5 individuals in the picture. Mr. Govan with a cap on. The witness described himself standing behind Govan with a mask on. Individual with a red cap on. Is this Justin Johnson?
Yeah, fine.
Justin Johnson in the picture with the baseball cap on, holding a sack of money. We'll mark this as exhibit 5 to this man.
We just asked when that supposedly was. I think you may have said.
Already said.
So he doesn't know this one.
Hold on. Let's mark this and then you can ask your question before.
ask you again, do you recall when this was taken? Or the video, excuse me, the photograph that you were just looking at, not this one, but the one you just handed to.
That was the video. I don't know what month it was. I don't know like exact time it was, but I know it was sometime.
It was
after the paper route. That's all I can say.
And Your Honor, who published the picture?
Yes.
Could you describe for the jury what we're looking at here?
Oh, there's the video shoot of us at the house across the street.
Okay.
Yeah, across the street, and then they go in the house.
Who is this individual?
I don't know him.
Who is this?
That's Justin Johnson.
That look like Shondell.
I don't know who that is.
Who is this?
There's an Indian go in.
And who is this?
It's me right there.
Why did you have a mask on?
Because I wasn't part of their little crew, and you know, I ain't want to bring no little beef upon myself. He asked me to be quick, and then they go in and ask me to be in the video. That's why I'm standing like right behind him, because I ain't know nothing about that.
This was sometime, we're gonna go back to November, at this point, November 17th, right? What was going on that morning? What do you recall about that morning? November 17th, 2021.
It was actually my daughter's birthday. I woke up, I had a missed call from Justin Johnson. So I don't know if I called him back or he called me back, but somehow he got on the phone. We was on the phone, and he was telling me that he was finna pull up on me.
And did you plan to meet him that day?
Yeah, we had been out the day before, you know, on the turkey drive or whatnot. That's when they told us Dolph was at the gas station, but he was gone. So the next day we did another turkey drive. So we were gonna get up that day and, you know, try to get to that turkey drive.
So this was this a Wednesday, would you say? If you recall?
I can't recall.
It was November
17th,
17th.
my daughter's birthday.
All right. So how long from when you received a call from Justin to when he came to get you?
He was close by, so it was like a couple minutes. He was close by. It wasn't long. He was close by.
And I don't know if I asked you before, but how far from Mr. Govan's house to your house? How was that far?
Nah, it wasn't far. A couple minutes. It wasn't far.
So he wasn't far because he pretty quickly once
He came fast.
Okay. And when he arrived, what type of vehicle was he?
He was in a white Mercedes Benz.
Had you ever seen him in that white Mercedes
Nah, I
Benz?
ain't never seen that car before.
What car would you normally see him
In an SUV, like a white truck or something.
in? Did you ask him why he had this?
I just jumped on in there because I knew we was on a mission.
At this point, had your mission changed to Dolph knowing that he was in town?
Yeah, anybody. At this point, anybody, like in paper, right? Anybody.
So he picks you up.
He picked me up.
And where did he pick you up from?
He picked me up from my pop's house. Once he picked me up, we went back to right in front of Govan, and then the Govan house.
And that on Bradley Street.
On Bradley Street.
And when you went back to Govan's house on Bradley Street, what did you do then?
He jumped out the car and jumped and grabbed somebody in his suburban truck.
Could I ask we identify who the keys are? It's getting very confusing with the hearsay.
I think Ms. Taylor was going to do it. She's been doing a pretty good job at it.
We've got a lot of days and he's, and it's very confusing.
That's why I asked. So the he that jumped out the car, who is the he?
Justin Johnson jumped out the car, and he jumped out the white Mercedes Benz and grabbed something out of his SUV that he had parked by across the street from where his house is, right?
And I didn't ask you, where is this house?
Across the street from the Go-Band house, where we'll park it or hang out at. We'll park in front of his house and go to his house and hang out. Go to Go-Band house.
You park in front of Go-Band's house.
We park at their house and to go over to Mr. Hernandez Go-Band house and hang out.
All right, so Justin got out of the car, opened the door or something to the SUV, got something out.
Right.
Did he give it?
Yes, ma'am. He gave it back in. We took off.
Okay, do you know what he got out of the car?
No, man. I think can't remember.
And that you all were kind of on a hunt.
Right.
When you go hunting, you have guns.
Right.
Did you have a gun?
He already Johnson already had the guns in the car. Prior to me getting in, they was already in the car.
Did you all have masks?
Yes, ma'am. I had my own mask, my own gloves, and Justin Johnson had his own mask and gloves.
At some point, did you put these masks and gloves on?
Yes, ma'am. We once he grabbed Justin grabbed something out of the white SUV, we proceeded on heading towards Westwood area. And as we got to Lamont Airways at the light, young Dolph come driving by. They come driving across the light. And we spotted the car. We were like, there they go. And we proceeded to trail them.
Trail.
Young Dolph.
And what did you do then? Oh, let me ask you, did you make any phone calls?
I didn't make any phone calls at the time. I didn't.
Did Justin make any phone calls once you all spotted that dog?
No, ma'am. I don't recall.
Spot dog. What did you all do then?
We proceeded to follow them. We followed them. They pulled inside the cookie store. We made the block. And when we made the loop, I jumped out. I spotted Dolph inside the store at first. I jumped out. Just proceeded to shoot inside the restaurant.
I'd like to show you what has previously been marked as exhibit number 3.
I like come.
Take a look at this. What are we looking at?
It's the Makita's Cookie Show shop where young Dolph and them put it in.
Is that the vehicle that you saw previously?
Yes, ma'am.
And where were you all?
By the time we had already, like we was at the light, we had went down to the light to make the block.
You gesturing this way, so you're at the light coming this way.
Yes, ma'am.
Could you see when he got out, when Dolph got out of the car?
No, ma'am.
Like they pick on you.
You see a vehicle coming to the frame. What are we looking at here?
Yes. the white Mercedes Benz we was in.
Were you the passenger or were you the driver?
I was the passenger.
This individual.
It's me. It's me.
And is this the gun that Justin had already in the car when you got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, on that, you see another individual that came to the frame. Who's that individual?
They came into the frame.
That was on the video. We saw you get out. Pick gun. Who else was get out of the car?
Oh, they were just a jump.
What were you all planning to do that day?
Well, once we saw young Dolph, we planned to go and kill him. Go and take him out.
So how far from when you saw Dolph on, was it Airways?
Yes, ma'am.
How far from when you saw, how long did it take from once you saw Dolph on Airways to once you actually got out the car and started shooting?
Couple minutes. It wasn't even a good 10 minutes. It wasn't 5. It probably about 5 at the most for the red lights.
Okay. We'll go back to the videos once technical. Maybe. So in the 5 minutes or so from when you all spotted Dolph to when you all started shooting, what did you and Justin say to each other?
We didn't say nothing. It was just like, once we saw him, we didn't say nothing. We knew it was go time. I knew it was go time. Like, might as well go and get it over with now. That's why I jumped out.
Did you have a phone on you on that day?
Yes, man. I had put my phone in the glove department of the car.
Why did you do that?
So I wouldn't drop it when I jumped out the car or nothing like that.
So did you put it in the glove compartment when you first got in the car or after you saw Dolph?
When I first got in the car, put it in the glove department.
God is getting exposed.
Let me ask you the location that you all were at that you shot at Dolph. Was that location here in Shelby County?
Yes, ma'am.
get in.
You done working again?
Yes, sir.
This individual.
It's me.
Okay. Play.
Come on, man. That's slow as shit.
That you all pulling off in the white Jeep.
Yes, ma'am.
We see someone in the frame in the shot coming out and shooting as well.
Yes, ma'am. He had shot back at us and I actually got hit twice.
Where did you get hit?
Got hit in my arm, on my leg.
Did Justin sustain any injury?
He got scraped on his back.
All right. After you leave there, pull up another video I'd like to show you previously been marked as part of Exhibit 3. The videos are working with us today. Is this the cookie shop that you referred to?
Yes, ma'am.
And could you see who was inside of the cookie store from once you got out of the car?
Oh, once we pulled in, that's when I saw him Dolph like close to the glass, like, bag up. That's when I saw where he was at, like location and stuff, where his location was inside the store.
Is this the person to which you're referring?
Yes, ma'am.
Was that you?
Yes, man, that was me that ran up shooting inside the store.
After the shooting happened, you're shot. Could you show the jury where you're shot at?
Yeah, right here. Now it hit my leg, right? Scraped on my leg.
Not gonna let you show it. What did you all do?
Once we left the cookie shop, I was telling Justin I was hit. He like, I'm hit too. He was driving. Justin was driving at the time, so I was asking him, is he okay? So we won't crash or anything, run into nothing. We went back. to the house in front of Mr. Hernandez Govan house, and I jumped out the Mercedes Benz and jumped into a Suburban truck and moved on out the way. Mr. Justin.
Let me stop you for a minute. When you all were planning to get hits on any of the PRA artists, and then even once you saw Dolph, did you have a plan as to what you were going to do after?
Not necessarily. We was going back because we didn't know we were gonna get shot. Ain't nobody know we were gonna get shot.
You didn't plan on getting shot.
No way. That wasn't part of the plan.
Had you not got shot, was there a plan in place?
We probably would have just took the car back, jumped in another car, went and burnt the car up, something like that. But we both got shot or whatever, and I was bleeding tremendously bad. We took the car back in front of Mr. Hernandez Govan, across the street from Mr. Hernandez Govan house. We jumped in the truck. We were trying to get cleaned up, so we were trying to find somewhere for us to go.
Who's he?
Justin was trying to find somewhere for us to go. And in the meantime, he had FaceTime Big Juke, let him know that, they were like, I work.
Y'all want your money then, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And let me ask, did he promise to give you your money that day?
He told us he'd get with us when he got done with his kids or whatever, or when he got up, one of the other.
But you didn't have Juke's number?
No, ma'am.
So he couldn't get with you directly?
No, ma'am, he couldn't get with me directly.
So how would he have been able to get with you?
I would have had to go through Mr. Hernandez Govan or Justin Johnson.
All right, so no plan as to what y'all were going to do after whoever y'all hit that day. You happen to hit Dolph.
Yes, ma'am.
Hit Dolph. You go back where? You go to the...
We go across the street from Mr. Hernandez Govan house. We swap vehicles. And now that's when I had went to Fed. This when Justin was trying to find somewhere for us to go. But he had FaceTime Juke first, and then let him know he was spelling out Dolph. And then
when you said he was spelling out Dolph, was he going
jailhouse, jailhouse spit.
In American Sign Language he was doing that?
Nah, it's different. It's different.
Okay, some more.
He was telling him that the devil out of work basically pretty much. And he he'd get with us when he got up. And then he was trying to find somewhere for us to go so we could clean up or whatever, because I was bleeding extremely bad. Like I was really bleeding. And he had found somewhere for us to go. And in 2 line apart, we went there to clean up or whatnot. And we had called Mr. Hernandez Govan because I had left my phone in the car too. And he was like, man, y'all, y'all saw in the video, dude came back out shooting. So the glass was shattered. So when we got out, when I got out the car in front of the house, the glass had shattered on the floor. So he was like, man, y'all got shit everywhere, basically. You know what I'm saying? I got
Govan was saying it
to us that we had the glass shit in the street.
So he knew it was y'all.
Yeah, he knew it was us. So I was like, man, get my phone out the car. I like, get my phone. I left my phone in the car too. Get my phone out the car. He like, all right. Me, I get my car sheet. So I like, all right, bet. So we had cleaned up in White Haven. Once we cleaned up in White Haven, I had called my girl.
Hold on. You called your girl. But the apartments, you said they were 2 line. Are they known by any other name?
Yeah, I know about 2 line.
Okay, it's been 2 line apartments.
Yeah, 2 line.
Where were they
at? Hey, off Sherwood Drive in 2 lane street.
You previously looked at videos. We are fingers crossed that videos are going to work this time. You previously looked at videos regarding it would be the Gospel Garden apartments. Would that be correct?
I guess the name would. I don't just know the name. I remember about 2 line.
Okay, but it's video of you arriving.
Yes, ma'am.
And video of you leaving. Yes, ma'am. All right, if we can, I can pass forward. What do you call it?
It's the clip that you had shot when the video was leaving the park.
And how do you know that this is clip?
Cause I had a initiative after I watched it.
Your Honor, if we could have it in its evidence as the next number.
This is a brown envelope which contains the zip drive. The envelope is marked video clips from Haven Court arriving and leaving. We'll mark this as exhibit.
Now, I'm gonna ask for permission to publish with fingers crossed, but you could actually publish it. Is this where you all went to?
Yes, ma'am.
And I say you all, I mean you and Justin.
Me and just, yes, ma'am.
Who are we seeing here?
It was me and Justin getting at the truck. It was me on the driver's side, my shirt up because I've been shot. Trying to hold it.
I was watching shit. I mean,
Once you're inside, what do you all do?
He had called somebody.
Who's he?
Justin had called somebody to bring a wound kit or whatever.
A
wound kit from Walgreens, so I could clean up. We both could clean up or whatnot. Like I said, I had called my girl to come get me.
Who's your girl?
I had called my girl to come get me, and we also contacted Mr. Hernandez Goban, and I was telling him to get my phone and my car, and that's when he was telling me out their car, yeah,
The white
Mercedes, and that's when he was telling me to meet him where he get a car wash.
And where did he get known to get his car wash?
Pressure work.
And how did you know that's where he gets his car wash?
Because I had been up there with him before he get a car wash.
And at some point, you leave their apartment.
Yes, ma'am.
How did you leave?
My girl kind of picked me up.
And your girl? Does
Miss
the girl have a
Angela,
name?
Miss Angela kind of picked me up.
You previously been shot this video, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
be respectful to that. Farting crowd. Party on National TV.
What are we looking at here?
Oh, that me and Justin walking out. He getting in the white SUV, and I'm walking to Miss Angela's truck. Getting.
Can you call your girl, Miss Ann?
Nah.
What did you call her?
Oh, baby.
Okay. Got any baby truck? Have y'all left at this point?
No, ma'am.
Why hadn't you left?
I was actually waiting on Justin to pull out, so we pull out at the same time.
Is that
It's Justin walking up to the truck with me and Angela was in. I was waiting on him. I told her not to pull off until he pulled off.
why didn't you want to pull off before the pool?
Because I know we just did a hit, so it was really like, looking out for him at the time. Then we both were shot. Well, he was straight, but I was shot. So just really make sure you pull that out.
Justin, I know you used his phone for when you were calling quick. Over the course of the summer, you all getting to know each other. Did you have Justin's number?
Well, along the way, that's when and then they go back like y'all just swap out numbers. You know what I'm saying? So
Good keep blaming shit on him.
and then they go back and gave me just the number.
And what do you have the number that Govan gave you? Say it.
For Justin?
For Justin.
Lil bro.
So bro and Lil bro.
Yes, mom.
Did Justin have more than one number?
I believe so. Yes, ma'am.
Did Justin come back out?
Yes, ma'am.
So see, the vehicle Justin leaving, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. That white vehicle needs to me and Angela leaving right here.
And it's Angela driving.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Taylor, I think this is a good place for us to stop for lunch. Ladies and gentlemen, as I always don't speak to each other about the cookie further spot. Down ways to go. Enjoy your lunch. And we are going to speak. Okay. All right. Let's break the 2:15.
Court stands on recess to 2:15.
That's crazy.